Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep you later.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News somewhere at 12. My name is Hansen Delta Present. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I have a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what.
Today is Thursday, September 12, 2024. A pleasant good evening and welcome to News Desk, 45 minutes of news from the News and Current Affairs Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. My name is Johnson Bantoma Ankarin. In the headlines, President Joseph Boakai reveals huge support package from China, including plans to construct a major bridge linking to a street in the Japan Freeway. Improve internet connectivity across the country. Starlink, the global broadband satellite internet provider, paused to expand services to Liberia. Following the recent jailbreak at the Kakata Central Prison, residents around the Farmington River in Lower Magibi alarmed over the presence of strange men on the Basel side of the river. Of the home from UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees said 6 of 8 employees have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on the school around in the central Gaza. These plus many more, the reading of the news bulletin, sports, as well as the actual voices of the newsmakers are all packaged on today's edition of the program News Desk. Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited are our sponsors of the news program. We'll take a break to be right back.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into Truth FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep you later.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here.
Linking 12th Street and the Japan Freeway as part of commitments by the government of China. President Boakai also made commitments to the construction of an overhead bridge at the ministerial complex in the SKD Boulevard, as well as plans to construct a 75-megawatt solar power plant in Bomi County. He said these commitments were made at a recent bilateral meeting held with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, China. The Liberian leader at the same time disclosed the waiver of debt in the tune of about $6.5 million. President Boakai said the government considered these commitments as an initial journey to promote the arrest agenda and bring development and prosperity to the people of Liberia. He noted that the government is determined to pursue the implementation of the outcomes of these visits. President Boakai has meanwhile promised to set up 2 teams to ensure follow-ups on these commitments. He spoke Wednesday night during a Thanksgiving service at the Effort Baptist Church in Pinsville on his return from China. Starlink, the global broadband satellite internet provider, has announced Liberia as its top priority for expanding its services. The move, which promises to bring unprecedented connectivity to remote areas of the country, will foster competition and innovation in the telecommunication landscape of Liberia. On September 11, 2024, the full Board of Commissioners of the Liberia Telecommunication Authority held a meeting with Starlink representatives to review the draft lessons for their operation. According to LTA, the draft lessons will now be forwarded to Starlink Council for final review and import. The Liberia Telecommunication Authority said once the final document is signed, Starlink will begin rolling out its services across Liberia. Meanwhile, LTA Chairman Abdullah Kamara has expressed enthusiasm about the move to enhance connectivity. Kamara said the LTA is happy to have Starlink in Liberia, saying they made it clear that Liberia was a top priority and has committed to adhering to the laws governing the telecommunications sector in Liberia. Starlink's entry into the country is poised to transform the internet landscape, thereby boosting several sectors, including the Liberian economy, by breaching the digital divide. In the provisional lesson, Starlink's satellite technology will provide high-speed internet access to remote and underserved areas where traditional infrastructures are lacking. The government of Japan has donated $3 million worth of rice to the government of Liberia. This donation, according to a foreign ministry release, is part of the Japanese government food aid program in Liberia and is intended to be monetized by the Liberian government to support various socio-economic initiatives that are not covered by the national budget. Speaking at the signing ceremony Thursday at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Japan's ambassador to Liberia, Mochizuki Asinobu, highlighted on the bilateral agreement between Japan and Liberia to address food security concerns, assuring the Japanese government's steadfast commitment to helping Liberia improve its food situation. He further emphasized Japan's dedication to the Canada Rice food assistance, highlighting the significance of rice to many Liberian households. For her part, Foreign Minister Sarah Yanti lauded the government of Japan, terming the donation as a significant step in deepening the partnership between Japan and Liberia. The release further quoted Minister Yanti as emphasizing the importance of the central role rice plays in the lives of Liberians, stressing Liberia's commitment to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, ensuring that the children of Liberia can compete globally. World Bank Liberia on Thursday launched its 5th edition of the World Bank Liberia Economic Edition under the theme Empowering Growth with Reliable, Affordable, and Sustainable Energy Access. The report, which focuses on energy this year, is an annual series that sheds light on recent economic development of Liberia. According to World Bank economist Goe Gaetao, Liberia has made some gains over the last 3 years on an average of about 4.6%, with much generating from especially gold mining. He said in order to sustain the growth, government needs to design ways to address both fiscal and macro challenges in line with other programs that will be of importance. He believes there have been serious challenges in the past, but show that more needs to be done once the electricity is affordable and reliable. Residents of Lower Margibi and Grand Bassa counties are said to be living in fears due to the presence of strange men in the community. Residents around the Farming River told RCR Lower Margibi County correspondent that they have been seeing strange men in the community since the recent jailbreak at the Kakata Central Prison. Following the jailbreak recently, the Ministry of Justice said about 47 inmates escaped the prison and are on the run. According to our correspondent, following the jailbreak, residents of Owens Grove District are complaining about strange men usually harassing people at night hours. Our correspondent quoted one resident as saying the men are usually chasing after community dwellers, hijacking them and taking their belongings, including cell phones and other assets. Labor Minister Kopakura has disclosed efforts to repatriate a Liberian citizen trafficked to Oman. Christina Gay is said to have been trafficked to Oman on promise of going to work, but she is reportedly being maltreated. She is said to be in hiding with a Liberian friend while calling on the government of Liberia to intervene. But making the disclosure Thursday, Councillor Kopakura, who is the Minister of Labor, stressed that The ministry has sent a communication to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to bring her back to Liberia, thus emphasizing that the trafficking division of the Labor Ministry is taking trafficking cases very seriously. In another development, Minister Kopokura is calling on private sector employers to seek redress at the Ministry of Labor in line with the Liberia Labor Congress, according to him, as prescribed in the act which created the Labor Congress, or the act which created the Labor Congress, pointed out that private sector workers are governed by the Decent Work Act of 2015 under the Ministry of Labor, while public sector workers are governed by the Civil Service Standing Order. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has disclosed plans to decentralize the issuance of passports outside of Monrovia by the end of the year. Speaking in Monrovia on Thursday, Deputy Foreign Minister for International Cooperation, Eparan Yen, however, said the ministry will only succeed with the plan if or with increased budgetary support. According to him, people residing outside of the capital city will be able to get access to Liberian passports either in Ganta, Neba County, or in Bonk County when a plan is implemented. Deputy Minister Yen further stated that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is expected to receive comprehensive report from its inspector following her tour of various foreign missions abroad. The Ministry of National Defense has ended a two-day technical workshop under the theme Strengthening Defense Governance and Reform Processes for Growth and Sustainability. The workshop, which took place at the Barclay Training Center in Monrovia, brought together personnel and high-profile officials from the Ministry of Defense and the Armed Forces of Liberia. The workshop, according to Defense Minister retired General Geraldine George, was organized to improve the technical capability of personnel of the Army. According to the Defense Minister, the workshop also focused on strengthening existing gaps within the ministry. Minister George encouraged the participants to implement the knowledge acquired from the two-day training at their various departments and offices. The beach and waterways workers have petitioned the Liberian Senate demanding their benefits. Presenting the petition on behalf of the workers, Edwin Cannon said the Beach and Waterways program was established since 2011 to clean beaches and waterways across the country. According to him, there was $2 million United States dollars in the just passed 2024 budget, but in the current draft recast budget, there is only 300,000 United States dollars allotted instead of the $2 million, while the entity has not taken a cent from the budget approved previously. Receiving the petition, Senate Committee Chair on Rules, Order and Administration, Senator Blebo Brown, thanked the workers for conducting themselves peacefully. Senator Brown promised the beach and waterways workers that the committee will ensure their plight is forwarded to the Senate in the soonest possible time for redress. A fresh and vibrant voice has emerged in the world of literature as Ms. Prestoline Saki prepares to launch her debut book, Teenage Musings, this Friday, September 13. This inspiring event will take place at the American International School of Monrovia, Liberia, marking a significant moment in the blossoming literary career of this young talent. According to a press release born in 2008, Prestoline Saki, a passionate lover of the arts and fashion, is setting a bold new course in a society where reading and writing are often overshadowed. Her remarkable achievements at such a young age point to the rise of a future trailblazer, one who is already beginning to change the world around her. Currently a 12th grader at the American International School of Monrovia, Ms. Saki views literature as a powerful tool for exploring her thought, emotions, and the intricacies of daily life. Through her debut collection, Teenage Musings, she masterfully weaves poetic lines and voices to express her personal journey through life's challenges, trials, and its many unanswered questions. The release furthered that this book is more than just a collection of poems. Teenage Musing is the voice of a young poet on the rise, already to make an impact. Her work shines as an example for her native Liberia, demonstrating the power of reading and writing in shaping minds and fostering cultural growth. Some aggrieved residents of Benben Town in Mount Coffee Township have threatened unspecified action against a minor, Richard Colley, for what they called consistent ill treatment. According to the residents, Colley, upon opening the mining site in 2020, there were several agreements reached between his company and residents of the town. The resident said Colley has failed to adhere to the monthly payment of 5,000 Liberian dollars to the community and the rehabilitation of the road as part of his company's corporate social responsibility. The accused manager, Richard Colley, of refusing to live up to these agreements. The residents, some of whom are workers of Richard Colley's company, accused him of operating heavy earth-moving equipment for mining purposes instead of light equipment as per the Class C license issued to him. They are therefore calling on national government to intervene into the Benben Town situation to avoid crisis. In response to their claims against him, Richard Colley accused one of the aggrieved residents, Patrick Bro, of being the mastermind of the protest with the aim of driving him out of the town after he was dismissed by the company for some malpractices. Colley admitted to going into agreements with the people upon expressing interest to operate in the area, but said he has lived up to the agreement. He noted that he is a Liberian and contributing to the rebuilding process of the country through tax payment to national government and is not deterred by any action from the aggrieved residents. Lessors Association of Liberia, representing individuals whose private properties are leased to the government for public schools, has threatened to shut down if debts owed by the government are not settled. The association claims that the Ministry of Education has failed to fulfill its financial commitments, owing members arrears from 1 to 4 years. Speaking at a press conference on Thursday, the association spokesperson, Jonah Newe, revealed that the total outstanding debt is approximately $843,000 United States dollars, affecting over 27 property owners nationwide. Newe expressed frustration over the government's lack of action, stating that despite numerous negotiations with Education Minister Dr. Jaso Jala, they have been repeatedly ignored. With the looming threat of school closure, the association is calling on international partners and education stakeholders to intervene swiftly. Meanwhile, as the crisis persists, the Ministry of Education has yet to respond to the allegations or provide clarity on the situation after several attempts to speak with authorities. The implications of this dispute could be significant for public education in Liberia, raising urgent questions about the government's commitment to fulfilling its obligations to property owners and ensuring uninterrupted access to education for students. And out of Liberia, the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees says 6 of its employees have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a school it runs in central Gaza. Gaza's Hamas-run Civil Defense Agency said a total of 18 people were killed in Wednesday's strike on Johanin School in Nuseirat refugee camp, which is being used as a shelter by thousands of displaced Palestinians. Israel's military said it carried out a precise strike on terrorists planning attacks from the school and that it had taken measures to avoid harm to civilians. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the strike, saying, "What is happening in Gaza is totally unacceptable. These dramatic violations of international humanitarian law need to stop now," he wrote on X, formerly Twitter.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
Into Truth FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we will keep your paper like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news somewhere.
Marka Davis for the reading of the news bulletin. If you are just joining us in one of our top developments to improve internet connectivity across the country, Starlink, the global broadband satellite internet provider, poised to extend services to Liberia. Let's bring you our first development on the program. President Joseph Walker has disclosed plans to construct the bridge linking 12th Street and the Japan Freeway as part of commitments by the government of China. President Walker also reveals commitments to the construction of overhead bridge at the ministerial complex and the SKD Bolivar, as well as plans to construct a 75 megawatt power plant or solar power plant in Bomi County. He said these commitments were made at the recent bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, China. He is President Joseph Barker there speaking when he returned from China. Starlink, the global broadband satellite internet provider, has announced Liberia as its top priority for expanding their services, the move which promises to bring unprecedented connectivity to remote areas of the country, will foster competition and innovation in the telecommunications landscape of Liberia. Meanwhile, LTA chairman Abdullah Kamara has expressed optimism about the move to enhance connectivity. Chairman Kamara said the LTA is happy to have Starlink in Liberia, saying they made it clear that Liberia was a top priority and was committed to adhering to laws governing the telecommunications sector in Liberia. Abdullah Kamara is the chairman of the Liberia Telecommunications Authority there speaking. Residents of Lower Magibi County and Grand Bassa are said to be living in fears due to the presence of strange men in the community. Residents around the Farmington River told RCR Lower Magibi County correspondent that they are seeing strange men in the community since the jailbreak at the Kakata Central Prison. Following the jailbreak recently, the Ministry of Justice said about 47 inmates escaped the prison and are on the run, according to our correspondent. Following the jailbreak, residents of Orange Grove District are complaining about the strange men usually harassing people at night hours. He is RCR's Lower Magibi County correspondent, Elin Keto, there speaking. Labour Minister Councillor Kopo Kra had disclosed efforts to repatriate a Liberian trafficked to Oman. Christian Nangi is said to have been trafficked to Oman on promise of going to work, but she is reportedly been maltreated. She is reportedly inhaling with Liberian friend while calling on government of Liberia to intervene. But making the disclosure Thursday, Councillor Kra stressed that the ministry has sent a communication to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to bring her back, thus emphasizing that the trafficking division of the Ministry of Labour is taking trafficking cases very seriously.
We also want to announce that during the course of this week, we got information that there is a Liberian who is currently in Oman. That Liberian name is Christiana Gay. Christiana Gay was trafficked in Oman, and information is that she was trafficker, so she was able to escape. Right now, she is stopping with another Liberian that was trafficked in Oman. So she's there in hiding so that the guy that trafficked her cannot find her. She got in touch with our TRP, our trafficking person division here at the ministry. We make every effort to see if we can work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to have a repatriation. The letter went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They will be following up and see how much can be done with our own little input to bring her back. We also like to announce the public that we are taking our trafficking and project cases very seriously at the Chamber of Justice. Today, we have 2 traffic cases that are pending at the Chamber of Justice. We have witnesses processed today and tomorrow. They will be appearing before the grand jury so that those traffickers can be indicted formally for prosecution. We did that today, and that follow up will be tomorrow. These information are important for the public because we will discourage trafficking and causing Liberia as a possible. We have an obligation under the law, under international law, to prevent that and to protect our citizens of any citizen within our border. Anyone who is trafficked and that is brought to our attention, we will do what are needed to be done under the law to make sure that those who traffic our people are prosecuted and that those who are trafficked also have the protection for them.
He is Councillor Kopo Kra. He is the ministry that's Labour Minister. In a related development, Councillor Kopo Kra is calling on private sector employers to seek redress at the Ministry of Labour in line with the Liberian Labour Congress.
Based on our current law, the membership are supposed to come from private sector workers to join union in Liberia as a labor union organization that are answerable to the decent work act because it comes from private sector. That is for workers who are also workers for public sector. They are answerable under the civil service standing order. That's the difference. If you work for a private organization or private entity, for example, if you are dismissed by a private entity and you want to seek for redress, you will come to the Ministry of
He is Labour Minister Council Kopokra speaking. World Bank Liberia on Thursday launched its fifth edition of the World Bank Liberia Economic Edition under the theme Empowering Groups with Reliable, Affordable and Sustainable Energy Access. The report, which focuses on energy this year, is an annual series that shares light on recent economic development on Liberia. According to World Bank country economist Gege Tao, Liberians has made some gains over the last 3 years on average of about 4.6%, with much gathering or generating from especially the gold mining sector.
So basically, as we know from the country manager, is an annual series of reports that shed light on recent economic development in Liberia. On a annual basis, so it's related. Last year, our focus was on the agriculture sector, but this year, our focus is on energy. The theme is to power growth through reliable, affordable, and sustainable energy access. So, for recent economic development, Liberia has grown in the last 2 years at an average of about 4.8%. However, this growth seems fragile because much of it comes from the mining sector. Mining sector precisely gold mining. So massive production of gold, construction services is contributed, and some level of recovery services is contributed to the growth. However, there are several macroeconomic vulnerabilities that the country is exposed to. So we're seeing that the growth that we've experienced in the last 2 years is fragile until we can be able to address some of these macro vulnerabilities.
He is World Bank country economist Guy Tao speaking. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has disclosed plans to decentralize issuance of passports outside of Monrovia by the end of the year. Speaking in Monrovia Thursday, Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister for International Cooperation, Ibrahim Yen, however, said the ministry will only succeed with the plan with increased budgetary support.
So for this year, maybe the available resources will be able to obtain a Nigerian passport without coming to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, perhaps somewhere in Zambia or somewhere. Yeah, the conditions about the passing of law. So you cannot make a decision on this situation without scientific assessment. So for many years, there have been no inspection mission. So things may have been deteriorating, and that could be perhaps because there were not available resources. You know, the Liberian government have multiple priorities, all of which are important. But what we have done at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we try to make Nigerian diplomatic relations to this thing that. So for the minister, all the embassies in this country is now opening. This one, the group is falling apart. She said, okay, what we need to do? We did an inspection mission. So the Director General, the Inspector General of the Foreign Service, a very brilliant woman called Yawon, was deployed a month ago to across West Africa. She assessed, she went to Conakry to assess the condition of our embassy and our foreign service there. Went to Accra. She went to several West African countries. I think we need time for her to compile a report and submit that report, and then we can give full detail to the public on what has been done to reform the embassies. So we are taking steps in this direction little by little. These are all done within the scope of the resources, the limited resources.
He is Deputy Foreign Minister Ibrahim speaking. If you are just joining us, this is News Desk for the 5 minutes of news for the News and Current Affairs Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. At this point, we join Ansu Sali to bring us the passion of live sports. Good evening, Ansu.
Good evening, Johnson, and good evening to our News Desk Post listeners. Good news for Liberia. Former Liberian female chess champion Abigail Kaya defeated her Brazilian counterpart in ongoing 45 World Chess Olympiad taking place in Budapest, Hungary. The 15-year-old who earlier this year was rated as best West African chess player after her performance in its own 4.2 West African Chess Championship. Is the only member of the Liberian delegation women and open section team to win homage they won. Liberia versus Panama is the next match. The Ghana girls defeated Asa Gabs with 10-0 goals in the 2024 Soccer for Peace tournament in Grand Bassa County. Basse Lapo and Jessica Coutier both netted 3 goals, while Catherine Jata and Mabente Kamara, Michael Stewart, and Jenny Texton all scored for 4 goals apiece. Speaking during the opening ceremony in Buchanan Grand Bassa County, Kasapur thanks the people of Grand Bassa for giving him the opportunity to host the prestigious international club tournament. He said that the aim of the ongoing peace tournament is to unite Africa and the rest of the world through football, while he added the importance of football development. The CEO of the Flamingos, Katseko kickstarted the second edition of the FC Fatia Saga for Peace Cup. So my guests will take on Gas Mode at 12 noon this Friday in the Liberia Football Federation National League Tour. In the one category, Matthew Supreme and Blackstone will battle at 12:50 p.m. at SKD Sports Complex. Balls and Northern will come face to face at the same venue at 1:40 p.m. Amazon will welcome Sussex at 2:30 p.m. and Girls of Zion and Supreme Girls battle at 3:20 p.m. to continue the League One fixtures. Committee Youth Empowerment or CYE meets Kidsat at 4:10 p.m. while Aries and Bonneville Superstar or BSS will end the day's keyboard activities at 5 p.m. Meanwhile, the leadership of the Keyboard Federation has warned that any club that failed to show up for its remaining games will be fined 50,000 as $1 to be paid before 15 players or technical staff can participate in any of the kickboard, and its related activities. The leadership added in the release that they have realized that team players and technical staff have started to undermine the National League and disappointing fans by not showing up for their features. The enforcement, according to the LPF, taking effect this Friday, September 13, 2024. The leadership has hired few professional or new individuals to do videos for the remaining games to determine any match fixing as they conclude the league season. And on to this basketball development, Spartacus will meet Highway Kings at 5 p.m. City Basketball Gym in Painesville in the second division of the Bureau Basketball Association Best of 5 series. Spartacus defeated Vision Shooters in the playoff, while Highway Kings overpowered Thief X Warriors to secure the grand final slot in the Flex Division category. Sister Mongers and defending champions, but the Barrow will meet in homage to fans have described as Battle of Supremacy at 7 p.m. at the same venue. Barrow's two straight victories over the LPRC Oilers secured them their slot, while Sister Monger working NBA Panthers in 2 matches with victories in succession. In away from home, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has agreed a new 3-year contract with the club. This panel was said to be out of contract at the end of the season, but is now expected to stay until 2027. The owners appointed Arteta, who had been working as a coach on Pep Guardiola at Manchester City at the time, to replace Unai Emery as his boss in December 2019. He led Arsenal to victory in the FA Cup final at the end of the 2019-2020 campaign to claim his first major trophy as a manager. Arteta new deal is expected to be confirmed before Sunday North London derby against Tottenham. Back to the users.
Many thanks to Ansu Saleh for the reading of the sport news on News Desk. Let's bring you more developments on the program. The government of Japan has donated 3 million worth of rice to the government of Liberia. Speaking at the signing ceremony Thursday at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Japan's ambassador to Liberia, Moshizuka Hasabibu, highlighted on the bilateral agreement between Japan and Liberia to address food security concerns. The beach and waterways workers have petitioned the Liberian Senate demanding their benefits. According to those presenting the petition on behalf of the workers, Edwin Conning said the Beach and Waterways Program was established since 2011 to clean beaches and waterways in the country. Edwin Cannon there reading the petition on behalf of the Beach and Waterways workers. We are receiving the petition. Senate Committee Chair on Ways, Rules, and Other and Administration, Senator Blackburn Brown, thanked the workers of the Beach and Waterways for conducting themselves respectfully. Senator Brown promised the Beach and Waterways workers that the committee will ensure their plight is forwarded to the Senate in the soonest possible time. He is Senate Committee Chair on Rules and Order and Administration, Senator Blackburn Brown. They're receiving petition from the beach and waterways workers. Some aggrieved residents of Bempen Town in Mount Coffee Township have threatened or specified actions against a Mano Richie Quali for what they call consistent treatment. According to the residents, Quali upon opening of his mining site in 2020, there were several agreements reached between his company and the residents of the town. The residents say Quali has failed to adhere to the monthly payment of 5,000 Liberian dollars to the community and rehabilitation role as part of his company's corporate social responsibility.
We are tired with the bank this morning as manner of the rental. We have been basically all here and we have an agreement with him in 2020 with the school is to be paying some token to the town, 5,000 Liberian dollar or single amount. But we have now all that a general amount for us to receive it. And then all the things that we start money for all the days that after we work for all, we bring in the money and the extra that work for all. Caterpillar, the yellow basket. Yellow basket, whatever lesson. Class B does not give you the right to do this type of mind that you do. So if the program we ask you to give percentage to the time and you have refused to give it to us. And also now you don't want to give it to us. So we say we need a bigger man and we don't need any more to the bank competency to whether as man of here.
There are some residents of Bempen Town in Mancofield Township that are speaking in response. Rachel Qualley accused one of the aggrieved residents, Patrick Ball, of being the mastermind of the protest with the aim of driving him from the town after he was dismissed by the company of some parties.
So they decided to start so that in order to how much for that year and access to go. I had not committed anything about me to go anywhere. And the left committee went from Motia looking for some people that they supposed to support them to recruit people here so they can pick it. They will manage to for themselves they support them one European man, I don't know they went to and they should support them so that I remove it from the event so they can take it right there as a manager for the
He is Richard Qualley, who have been accused of mining in Bempenstown and without the benefit of residents, and rather only heard the voices of some residents of Bempen Town in Marcoffley Township. Then speaking to RCI News, taking us home on today's edition of the program News Desk. But as we take leave of you, a recap of our major developments. President Joseph Boakai reveals he will support package from China, including plans to construct a major bridge linking Troy Street and the Japan Freeway to improve internet connectivity across the country. Starlink, the global broadband satellite internet provider, poised to expand services to Liberia. Following the recent jailbreak at the Kakata Central Prison, residents around the Farmington River in Lower Magibi County alarmed over the presence of strange men on the Basel side of the river. Of the Home Front, UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees says 6 of 8 employees have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a school it runs in central Gaza. We'd love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making this edition of the program a success. Thanks to Maka Davis who brought for us the news bulletin, and Suseli brought for us the Passion of Life Sports. Kobo Sangasara control and produce our sounds. Maya Torban was behind the camera. My name is Johnson Batoma and Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited and our sponsors. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV.
Into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Boakai if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll keep your better Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen Delta Present. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
We are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.